The Hurricanes of Miami arrived well-equipped. #1 ranking in hand, undefeated record on the board, and a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in their pocket. The impending duel, known as the 1987 Sun-Kissed Fiesta Bowl, was for the national championship. After winning the coin toss and electing to receive, Penn State's Blair Thomas returned the opening kickoff 18 yards. An attempt to get an early edge via the air met with 2 sacks of quarterback John Shaffer. Miami's defense had temporarily blown out the Lions' fire and given their major weapon, Vinny Testaverde, excellent field position. Testaverde moved the Hurricanes inside the Lions' 30, the first of 6 such visits in the game. But on 4th and 4, linebacker Pete Gittopoulos breathed down a Canes back. Miami had gambled and lost. Penn State had dodged Miami's first bullet. Still feeling one another out, Shaffer sent running backs Steve Smith and DJ Dozier on scouting missions into Miami's middle. Although early reports were favorable, John Bruno was called upon to punt. His 49-yarder pinned Miami at its own goal line. Unfazed by the field position, Testaverde threw anyway. Cornerback Duffy Cobbs and linebacker Trey Bauer tattooed impressions on Hurricane would-be receivers. Linebacker Keith Karpinski caused a Miami fumble, and a trend seemed to have developed. Hurricane players seemingly could not hold on to the ball because of the jarring Lion licks. Penn State's offense could not get on track, but Bruno's fine punting ability kept Miami backed up deep in its own end. Defensive coordinator Jerry Sandusky's scheme of a 3-man rush and nickel drop coverage continued to baffle Testaverde and Miami coach Jimmy Johnson's offense when it counted most. Miami won the first quarter statistical and time of possession war, but still showed a 0 in the point total department. The second quarter began with Cobbs interrupting a Cane drive with an interception on a ball thrown right into double coverage. No one had solved Testaverde's puzzle in 1986 since Tennessee in last year's January 1st Sugar Bowl. The Lions looked to have at least found all the pieces. Behind strong blocks by guard Steve Wisniewski, center Keith Radisick, and fullback Steve Smith, Dozier primed the Lions' offensive pump with a 19-yard gallop. Miami All-American Jerome Brown shot through to stop the blue and white drive by forcing an odd interception. The often overlooked Hurricane defense had once again set up its own point-struggling offense. Two Alonzo Highsmith runs later. The pass-oriented Hurricanes called Melvin Bratton's number for the first mark. As if it were just getting its wake-up call, the Lions' offense purred into motion. Shaffer's strong throw and flanker Eric Hamilton's sure-handed catch cleared out the middle for Tim Manoa's 19-yard plow through Miami's secondary. The fired-up Manoa was asked to deliver again by the Penn State faithful. After going nearly an entire half without getting into the end zone, the Lions were on their way to pay dirt. The 13-play, 74-yard drive was climaxed by Shaffer's bootleg and dive for 6. Penn State had battled back to even the score before the half. The replay shows fine Lion offensive line play had sealed the Miami contained men, and Shaffer's fake toss froze the only would-be tackler just enough to get in for the touchdown. Although the statistics would lead one to believe the Hurricanes were in control, Penn State's defense knew better.
Earlier, they were talking about how small our defensive backs, how slow they were. You know, and they go, what would you say to people like that? I said, well, they'd never been hit by them. So, you know, a lot of those drop balls weren't Vinny's fault. They were, you know, the receivers, they were just short armed.
Its mission? Not to allow Testaverde the big play, to make Miami receivers wary when going for the ball. The plot was working. Utilizing a rotation system of down linemen, the Lions were consistently able to pressure Miami's ace into moving out of the pocket. Eddie Johnson played peanut butter to a Cane's jelly to break it up. Linebacker Don Graham flew off the line, and along with tackle Tim Johnson, corralled Vinny long enough for Shane Conlon to make the stop. The Penn State pressure not only resulted in initial stops, but planted the seed for a new feeling among Miami players: doubt. Penn State's offense once again began to move the ball. DJ Dozier at the 4. Shaffer screened to DJ for 9 more yards. Just when things looked all blue and white, a Shaffer pass was tipped and Miami intercepted, stalling the Lions' attack. Miami moved inside the 30. But the Lions looked the Hurricanes right in the eye until they blinked. Bob White and Mike Russo squeezed, and a familiar name and number made the hit. Number 31, Conlon, the Lions' defensive heart and soul for 1985 and 1986, would be named the most valuable defensive player in this 1987 Fiesta Bowl. Fighting off an early game injury that might have sidelined most players, Conlon stepped back to heist one of Penn State's biggest interceptions of the season. The senior from Frewsburg, New York, is another in the long heritage of linebackers at Penn State, destined to become the 24th Nittany Lion to play linebacker in the pros. Ball possessions were traded, with both defenses dominating play. Following a Pete Giftopoulos sack, Miami got a break on a controversial pass interference call. Coach Paterno saw his defense backed up inside its own 20. Three pride-filled nuts and bolts plays later, Miami was kicking for the lead. The ball sailed wide right. Miami bullet number 2 was dodged as the third quarter ended. The duel for the national championship entered the final quarter in the desert, deadlocked at 7. Penn State's philosophy of bend but never break defense was emphasized when Giftopoulos intercepted the Heisman winner for the 3rd time in the game. The Penn State linebackers' deep drops into Miami's passing lanes all but suffocated the Hurricane offense. The tie would remain intact, as Penn State's offense could not carry over the momentum generated by the defense. Massimo Manca's normally reliable toe stubbed itself from 49 yards. Miami fueled its next offensive series with its backs. Highsmith continued on with his fine day. Testaverde completed only his second third down pass of the half, but it wasn't enough for the first down as Eddie Johnson delivered the blow. Miami's Johnson opted for the field goal and a 3-point lead in this gut-wrenching struggle to decide who's best in college football. The kick was true, and the Lions trailed 10-7. While it appeared Miami had taken control, history and fate had always shone brightly on Joe Paterno and Penn State. A Miami attempt to run down the clock failed as the Bauer-led Lions controlled the trenches, forcing Testaverde and the Canes to the air. Conlon gratefully accepted another of Vinny's offerings and returned it 35 yards to the Miami 5-yard line. Penn State wasted little time in pulling the trigger. Dozier scored, and State fans joined in the rejoicing. Manka added the important extra point, stretching the lead to 4. A closer look shows DJ, the Bulls' offensive MVP, would not have been denied scoring the biggest touchdown of his sterling career. Miami's senior fullback, Highsmith, took it upon himself to bring his team back. But dark skies lay ahead for the Hurricanes. Testaverde's completion was fumbled after Bauer pulled down the Miami tight end and recovered by Russo. State's offense was unable to control the ball, giving Miami second chances. The Lions' defense, after being on the field so many minutes, amazingly continued to play well as the clock wound down to the crowning of the new national champions. Coverages that worked all night. Would they continue to work? How long can you contain a Heisman winner? Thoughts that whip through a coach's mind.
There were two things that happened that made me think, hey, maybe it isn't going to work. When Trey missed the interception and when Jimmy went for the 4th and 6. And when he went for the 4th and 6 and made it, ordinarily, when you take that kind of a gamble, and I thought it was a gamble at that time on his part, 2 minutes and 50 seconds ago, some timeouts left, punt the ball was, he laid it all on the line on one play, and you make that kind of a gamble, ordinarily you win. That's been true in my career. Been awfully good inside our own 30. We practice a great deal inside our 30-yard line, particularly against people who throw the ball and the way we play. We're a zone, bend kind of thing, but when it comes up to the nitty-gritty, why somebody's got to do something, because you constrict the field, and the more you constrict the field, the more your alertness and your intelligence and your preparation pays off for you.
Tim Johnson's sack with 27 seconds remaining forced Miami into the desired must-pass situation. The timepiece read 18 seconds. 4th and goal on the 13. Nose to nose. One final draw. For Penn State, the dream fulfilled. For Miami, another shot that missed. Pete Giftopoulos' interception sealed what only the Penn State players knew all along.
I'm a great believer in self-fulfilled destiny kind of thing. And I think these guys just literally have made up their minds they were going to win a national championship. I don't know how you will it, but I think if enough people get together and say, we're going to do it, and make the kind of commitment they have made, and there's no way I can tell you what kind of a commitment these people have made to win a national championship.